So opening day of the season didn't exactly go according to plan, but at the very least we do have some European fixtures to come at some point. Maybe we'll even get the draw for that today. If you have been enjoying the series up to this point, drop a like, really helps out the channel and all that jazz. It's tremendously lovely of you to do that. So we have only played the one game so far this season, and this is where we find ourselves 6th in the league. I was just looking at the league table here, and I just noticed that Victor Torp got 3 assists, and presumably all 3 of those assists were on Prince Adu Kwabena's goals for Kalmar in that opening fixture of the season. What a start from him. Pretty much probably wraps up top assister even then, really, doesn't he? I was just getting through a couple of days to the next game, and I noticed a player in my scout report, and I've put a bit on him, and I want to show you him now, because I was a little bit surprised when I saw this guy. This is Paul Williams. He's a 22-year-old Welshman. That's not really the big deal here. 6'3". From what I can see, and this is, again, very basic stuff, the aggression and bravery are through the bloody roof on him. Hopefully those physicals are pretty solid as well. Looks to have reasonably good tackling, positioning, and heading to go with it as well. But the weird thing about him, and you may have already noticed it, is that he's been playing for the New Saints for the past 2 seasons. Not really a huge surprise there. He's doing well, 60 appearances. He has 2 Welsh caps and 43 under-21 caps for Wales. Now, I don't know whether he's got these caps while he was at TNS or whether it was when he was at Man United. International debut was literally just over a month ago. The man is getting Wales caps whilst playing for TNS. So, needless to say, I'm quite tempted to try and get him in. Now, he's on a free, in the sense that his contract will expire in the summer, but I've put a bid in, and we can literally accept it right now for £2,500 a week. But we might be able to get him now, because I'm kind of curious to see how much they'd want to take him right now, because I think we can afford him. So there we go. Couldn't do any wage clauses, of course, particularly, since he is a Welsh international, incredibly. But how much do they want to buy now? 5,000? Yes, please. £5,000. All right, this better be... I think this might be an amazing signing for us, potentially. The beauty, my friends, of agent offers. Agent offers are so unbelievably powerful when you're at these sort of clubs. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty pleased with that, to be honest. 22-year-old Welsh international, 19 aggression, 18 bravery. He's not the quickest, take that, of course, but he has got 15 jumping reach, 6'3", good tackling, good positioning, marking, heading. He's kind of got all the boxes ticked for a standard centre-back, but it really was just, look, there's another one here. Sam McClelland. Okay, he's a real player this time, potentially, but look, I mean, he's not as good either, but agent offers, man, I swear to God, they are brilliant. Also, what a great name, Jan Zuzek. The first fixture today is away at newly promoted Jönköping Södra. So our start of the season is actually very, very favourable with the Sundsvall game and now this one against Jönköping. We need to win this one. We can't go 2 games against 2 sides that we should be beating without a win. Maybe we could even get Williams in, because I'd be tempted to try and drop him in instead of, although could we put him in instead of Svanberg? That would probably violate this, wouldn't it? Yeah. That doesn't mean I won't do it, but I might have to find another way to go about it. Okay, that's fine. I can bring Bengtsson in, so that will sort that out. I'm also going to start Donizete today instead of Rodriguez. Yeah, Kante can play, and he does at least have a link with Hoodoo. I'm going to go once again with the lineup of Mutin Banyoka and Angelkovic in those positions, because I did see things I liked about them in that last game, but I'm losing my patience with panache. So, away at the newly promoted side, this needs to be a victory to get us going, get us in a nice position so we can really start to make some ground. I just want to see a score, man. Linger's going to try and come out and press here, and he's just been easily done by Essiam, and... well, I mean, honestly, Lindell probably should have done better, but that's lucky. I mean, it's been a woeful 22 minutes from us here. We're really struggling to get any kind of movement, and that is a good ball. Kante finally with a bit of room to stand completely still. Okay, which box to box is he supposed to be moving between? He has so much room there, and he's just... oh, that's a nice ball for Lindell, though. That could get us some space out wide. We've got bodies making their way in. Goes short for Angelkovic. Goes to the byline. Can he pull it back across for someone, maybe? Finds Panache! Donizete! And it's somehow, incredibly, managed to be blocked. And now we concede off a corner. The newly promoted side take the lead against us. Is this going to be our season now? We just can't score a goal and concede every set piece again. Right, okay. That's our first concession of the season. Great. Well, at half-time, we've done sod all, really. Although I must admit, once again, the game credited them with a load of XG for an offside chance, which is really annoying when it comes to stat building. I've got to be honest, but it is what it is. We've been rubbish. Sigurdsson scoops one in. Plenty of bodies in the way. That's fine. And caught by Margot. We've actually been much worse today than we were in the last game, and that's concerning. Panache with a nice little roll on the side. Donizete's in the box here. He might have to shoot, and it actually is well saved by Nilsson. Okay, another chance for a set piece for us. Can we finally score a goal this season? Donizete's ball in, Linger's header, tipped over. Lindell to the byline. Can he square it across for someone? He does. And Angelkovic cleared away, and that's 1-0 to the newly promoted side. Yeah, I don't know. That's back-to-back games now in which we've managed to have an XG of that sort of length and not scored a goal. It's actually incredible. Our ability to miss chances is staggering me now. So we're just going to have to keep pushing. I might switch the 2 strikers over, honestly, and try to get more chances for Angelkovic at the moment. Because I don't know. I don't know what it is. He's a player with ridiculously good attributes. to be fair, and he's just unable to actually do anything, sadly. Absolutely incredible turn of events to have not scored a goal in those opening 2 matches of the season. It's shocking. Utterly mental. Anyway, we've got now 2 days rest before we have to go play against Hammarby. I'm sure this is definitely going to get better. And Djokovic is heavily left-footed, Panache is heavily right-footed, and I wonder if just getting them on their correct feet by switching them over the roles as well would maybe allow us to get a bit more out of them, particularly as it doesn't actually affect the balance of our team, given that the backline is actually the same. The only thing it would make a difference is actually, if anything, having them on this side like this with the ball-winning midfielder on this side could help a little bit more. I just wonder if being able to shoot across the goalkeeper when they do get chances is going to help them, rather than having to always open their body up and provide bad angles. Hoodoo to deliver one this time. Can he pot it on someone's head? And he does, and it's well. It's Nikolai Lingo. We have finally scored our first goal of the season. It's from a set piece, so it's nothing to do with the tactics really, but we do at least have the lead, thank God. Some good football. We've done brilliantly defensively so far. No shots conceded so far in the first half here, which is good. The defenders are doing their part of the bargain. We just need the strike force to start getting their act together a little bit. Kitalano. It's a nice ball through the chat. What on earth? They just let him run through. That's their first shot of the match, and we've conceded it. Finally finds Rodriguez in a bit of space. Can he slip someone through? It's Panache. He's going to hopefully go around the goalkeeper, and he has done, and it's somehow blocked. Rodriguez has been right. Kitalano. Eric Kitalano's got to go for Hammarby now. We've got to turn this one into a victory for sure now. Yeah. 1-1. Still couldn't score from open play. I mean, look at the... It's incredible. What I would say is the strike force actually did look better today, and the team played well. It's just absolutely staggering, this inability to score a goal. Nuts. But we move on. They had 3 shots in the match. Their first shot was their goal. Wow. I'm kind of looking at this as surely, statistically, this cannot continue like this. But it is 3 winnable matches that we've only taken 2 points from, and that's just shit, really, isn't it? I just had a look. We have the highest expected points in the league. We should be top, and we're 13th. This is actually outrageous. Well, I did say this season was going to go one of 2 ways, but you also know that I love a struggle, and I think we can turn this around just by, I don't know. Oh, that can't be a yellow card. And we're down to 10 men in the first half. Gets him out of the box, at least. Lucas. Need to be strong defensively here. Ball across. And it's a good strike from Lasse Sorensen. It's 1-0 Göteborg, and this is just getting absurd now. Goes near post. Sorensen clipped in. Oh, the defender puts it into Amina Sarr's path, and it's 2-0 now to Göteborg. This game's done. It was done after the red card. Hey. Oh, Willemsen with a brilliant header from the edge of the box. It's 3-0 now to Göteborg. Yeah, I mean, the red card killed us. He got booked twice in a minute, essentially. Ruined the game. That said, had we had the opposite amount of chances that they had, we'd have probably still drawn this 0-0, because that's us now. 4 games now without scoring a goal from open play. GG, lads. Paul Williams has only been here less than a month, and he's already missing training because of nightclubs. Don't you start that. Okay, 30 minutes gone. We're actually putting in a good performance here away at Malmö. Like, it's been very even opening half an hour. Not a lot of chances for either side yet, but at the very least, we've looked pretty stable at the back, which is always a good sign for us. Hoodoo with the ball round from Matt Rodriguez, of all people. Can he score one? No, he can't. But Djokovic on the rebound. He can't score either. Don't anything silly. Cool. Their first chance of the game. Good. We're losing now. Help me. Oh my God. This team is insane. Manu Sanchez. Birmancevic. Kolac. It's now 2-0. This is just ridiculous now. Panache is not playing the next match. I've given him too many chances now. This is absurd. Kvisgaard's coming back in and putting a Djokovic on the other side. Peña. Totti. Oh my God. Are you serious? It's 3-0 to Malmö. No, he's got bodies. Please find one. Okay, that's an interesting decision. Kalpi! Blocked. And Djokovic! It's a goal for Degerfors. Sasha Djokovic scores. Our first open play goal of the season. It's meaningless at this point, but it's a goal for us. Scoops one in. How? It's 4-1 to Malmö. That's definitely 4-1. I'm losing the word I live with this team at the moment. It's incredible how every chance our opponents get is a goal, and every chance we get, we basically miss. How is this 4-1? It's incredible. Right, okay. I'm thinking that turning the centre back off of cover worked at the end of last season. This year, no chance. Does not function at all. And I suspect that's because Lundvik was playing there before, but he's not now. And I think this doesn't work for our other players. But we're now bottom of the league. And I bet you were predicted to be like 4th or something at this point, given the way we've actually played overall. But if you can't score and you give up goals from every shot, then you can't really expect much more than this. We're in a relegation battle. Just as I changed the tactics to allow Ludvig Svanberg to play there, he's gone and broken his ankle. Had to give Panache another chance because Kvisgaard got himself injured in training, as now Linger gives us the lead. But again, it's having to rely on these things is not ideal, but maybe today we can get that first win and finally start breaking away. Oh my goodness me. Linger's scored 2 goals this season, and that's double anyone else on the team. Mental. Donizete. Scooping a cross in. Anđelković is on the end of it, and it is 2-0 to Degerfors. Sasha Anđelkovic's second goal of the season, and we have a 2-goal lead. Surely we can't screw this up, right? Well, what a weird game. We finally got our first victory of the season with a pair of goals scored. Once we got 2-0 up, we just sort of stopped playing and allowed Icor back into this. Honestly, they should have got a draw in this one. I think this is a very lucky win. I suppose it can't be more than swings and roundabouts and all that jazz after the start of the season we've had. But just getting off the mark here was big. Donazite, again, was sensational. Yeah, but hopefully if Kvistgaard's back soon, Panaché's being dropped, because I've never seen a player perform so poorly compared to his attributes now. And that does get us out of the relegation zone. I don't think we're really in any real relegation danger. I think we've actually played well in most of the matches, except for the one against Jönköping with the red card. We've just not really had the rub of the green in a lot of them, but it is what it is. I think we can slowly start to peel ourselves back up. I think Europe is off the cards for this season, but it's not, because we're hopefully going to be in it. Are you joking? Kvistgaard will not be, I've never seen that before, will not be available for selection in the game that we need him after he was seen leaving a bar. I've never seen a player miss a game because of it. Oh, sorry, boss. I can't be asked to play football today. I was out on the lash. We seem to have accidentally developed a team of drunkards and scoundrels. Okay. Donazite's ball in. And Björklund at the back post on the free kick, and it's 1-0 to Degerfors after just a few minutes, and Kalle Björklund does it, and Donazite's deliveries are single-handedly dragging us up the league. To Donazite. Hero of the season for me at the moment. Ball in. Panache is not offside and has scored a goal with his feet and body. Degerfors 2, Mjöby 0 in the first 5 minutes. Panaché with a brilliant goal. Skips it through. And, yep, that is just a goal. Mjöby back in the match, I think. Rubio delivers. Oh, my God. It's 2-2 on the stroke of half-time. I think they've had 2 shots on target. Well, we threw away a 2-goal lead, unfortunately. We were so good so quickly. Had some other chances. I think we probably just about edged it as the better side, but this is this season, isn't it? We are still out of the relegation places, obviously, but the thing is, that would have moved us nice and clear. Would have moved us up to 10th in the league and starting to look a little bit more comfortable and starting to play a bit better. We've only really looked genuinely bad in 1 of our 7 matches so far this season, and it's kind of nuts that we've only managed to win once. And ironically, that was one of the matches that we probably least deserved to win, but it's just how it goes, isn't it? Panaché's also out now as well. I can't be the only one that genuinely finds situations like this quite fun, because winning's fine, but losing gives you the opportunity to turn things around. All you can do when you're winning is get worse. Donazite delivers one, and Linger's been fouled. Anđelković, the best finisher and penalty taker in the team now, from the spot, slots it home, and it's Östersund 0, Degerfors 1. We've at least taken the lead in the last few matches. Hopefully we can hang on to this one. Please don't foul him, please don't foul him, please don't foul him, please don't foul him. Please don't foul him, you stupid man! Why? He's on the corner of the... I don't know where they think he's going. Bonner steps up, and it's 1-1, and we've just pissed another set of points when the tight angle's going on. Gashka will probably shoot from range. Oh, God, this is going to be... The goalkeeper comes out, and then he stops, and now we've conceded another one. Oh, my Lord. Just needs to find an opening here, can't he? Can he slip it through for someone? Anybody? Finds Anđelković! Who scores, and it's 2-2 in the 94th minute. Sasha Anđelković at least has scored a brace today, but how on earth have we managed to yet another game not win? But at least we're level, I suppose. And in the end, once again, it just feels like that's kind of a fair result. But honestly, Donazite giving away a penalty there is like sackable, honestly. That kind of stupidity. He's on the corner of the box by the byline, facing away from goal, and that's the time to foul the player. Lunacy. We're a very frustrating team this season, but once again, I suppose it's more points on the board, just about staying outside of the relegation places. Get more points pissed away, though, so that's good. Hopefully, at least Anđelković scoring a brace today suggests that we've got a player that can put the ball in the back of the net when we can get him into the play. So I suppose that's something to definitely look for in future games. Kvistgaard was useless, but when is he not? Skarsdom. Oh. It's gone straight through our goalkeeper's hands this time. That is excellent and completely in line with everything we've seen so far today. I brought Jeffrey back in because the numbers for our other goalkeeper are actually shocking. Some of the worst in the league. It's actually gone through his hands. This is incredible. Beautiful. Long way out. And oh, it's just in. It's just in. Oh my God. Yeah, that was just bad. We were just dreadful for the full 90 minutes there in a game that, yet again, last season we would have been involved in this. We were just nowhere to be seen. Anđelković had a terrible day. Kvistgaard had a terrible... Nobody had a good day, let's put it that way. Inexplicably, though, still not in the bottom 2 spots in the league, but 1 win in 9 is utterly shocking. We probably should have had about 4 wins so far, if not more. But that's just how it goes. Then again, I suppose it's like, with what I was saying about how teams are playing against us differently, potentially because of our better performance last season, it's not like we played that badly in a lot of games in this period. This one was bad, but a lot of them haven't been, and the results just haven't come. The conditions of the loan agreement? What? He started 5 games and Great, so we've now lost our left back because he started 6... he started 5 games, came off the bench in the other one. Regular starter? Is that not? Another woeful performance, another 0-0 draw, another not look like scoring a goal. Ironically, Panache was actually the better of our 2 strikers today, and he had a 6.4. And Jönköping has now started dropping absolute clangers in every match. Oh, God. You just see nothing from us attacking-wise at all. I guess it's a clean sheet, so the back line can be proud of themselves, and Jeffrey Gowell's looked better since he came in, sort of. As we do, in fact, move out of the relegation playoff zone with that. But we really are in a relegation battle at the moment. I'm hoping that we can turn this around, but it's extremely frustrating seeing a lot of matches where you think, yeah, you probably should have won that, and then you don't, and then very happily drop points in games in those same ones. Yeah, it makes it harder to lose ones you deserve to lose when you've had so many that you didn't. But that's just how it goes, and we've got to push through that and hope to come out the other side looking a bit better. But 1 win in 10 is not good. Okay, so 10 games on the board so far, and it's been an utterly dreadful period. In fact, let's just let's have a look with some actual stats to go alongside it, shall we? I think that's probably the best thing to say. I like using the expected points table because I think it can show a lot about overall performance over the course of the year. And generally speaking, you can see it does sort of line up. However, a few sides down towards the bottom have certainly underperformed. We have the fifth place so far. Should have had 14.6 points, and we've underperformed by more than any other side in the league currently this season, and it's not hard to see why. I think most of that came in that initial segment of matches where we had several really good performances that probably should have been wins, and to only take 2 points from those games have absolutely decimated us there, and it's kind of been much of a muchness ever since there. Most of the sides down towards the bottom actually are there, essentially, but we really should be a little bit higher, and that does give me hope that we're actually not playing as badly as perhaps it looks, but we have conceded more goals than we should have done, and scored way less than we should have done, and I think the scoring way less is the real key. Those are how you get those victories. Just those extra goals in a game here or there can make a hell of a difference. And ironically, last season we were also the 5th best expected points in the league, and we actually overperformed it slightly to get 4th in the end. Jönköping were actually better, as you can see this season. They are flying away at the top and finally matching it. But yeah, we're basically not any worse than we were last year, and yet find ourselves 9 places worse off currently. Hope that that can be turned around. Now, one of the things I've been thinking about, and it's always worrying for me, wanting to change the tactical stuff, particularly when you can actually see that technically it isn't even that bad, but the performances would suggest otherwise. Are we really running at defense? And is that something we actually want to be doing? Because I don't know how good the dribbling of our players really is in the grand scheme of things. And I do wonder if more of a pass-first strategy might allow us to get more balls in behind for the likes of Panache and Sasha and Jönköping. Even if we lose possession occasionally from doing it, I do wonder if it would give us a bit more of an opportunity to find those passes from time to time, rather than a player holding onto the ball for no reason, just try to get it out of his feet and find a pass for an opposition. I wonder if that's something I might be tempted to switch over to. Not just to go turn off run at defense, but to actually go on to dribble less. So I think that might be the one change I'd want to make to this, and we'll see how it goes over maybe a 5-game period. Now, the next couple of matches are going to be hard to judge because it's Djurgården and BK Häcken. This is going to get worse before it's going to get better, unless we pull off a miracle. So I'm going to switch this now and hope for the best. Now, Hoodoo's now suspended, which is just terrific news. You know what? One of these guys is going to have to come in. What about Angeleri, actually? We'll have to adjust some stuff with this, obviously. Oh, wait, we're not even in the tactical meeting yet. I'm on the tactics page. Right, let's try that again. I'm also going to bring in Jencha Rajic instead of Jeffrey, because nobody's really taken that goalkeeping role their own, and I think it's his turn, really. Lindell is knackered, which means that Granite might well have to step in today, as much as I don't want that to be the case. I think that's going to have to be. But I've rotated through several different sort of setups so far. You'll notice that they're back on the other side again now. So Angeljkovic, now that he's playing here, will be on his left foot. Panache, I mean, what's his passing like? I don't think he's actually any good. 9 and 10, and Angeljkovic is what? 12 and 10. Like, he definitely should be better there. But the problem is, he's providing chances for Panache, who can't take them. So it's a tough one. The man has an XG of 2.91 this season and has scored 1 goal. To give you an idea, Angeljkovic has about the same and he scored 4 from it. So still not fantastic, but it's at least something. The middle centre-back spot is also giving me some grief again now. And I'm not really sure who to put in there. Is Londvik available? Because that's the reason we changed it. I've tried switching things around all over the shop, but that is really causing us some issues again now in the centre, and I'm not entirely sure why. Rodriguez might have to come off the bench for this game, and possibly Paulson, just so that we can meet our quota there. I still can't believe that Kvistgaard, I wanted to try him for 2 games. He gets injured in the first one, or he gets injured before the first one and misses the second one because he was out drinking. Mental. And then he comes in and does 2 absolute shitters. I just want to see us look like the team that I know we can be, and we are. underneath. Gert's actually done okay, weirdly. Performance-wise, he's been good. Degerfors at home against Djurgården. We have got a win on the board this season. I feel like it should have been 3 or 4, really. There was a couple of games that we should have won but couldn't score in earlier this season, and there was those other ones that we threw points away in later on. So that's definitely a factor as well. But then again, in some of those games, I think the draws were actually the fair results, and we were perhaps slightly fortunate to be in the position we were. But nevertheless, is it really following him? Oh, he's done him, though. Madsen, lots of space. Good save. First touch for Bellman. Some good touches early on. Can he get the ball in the box, maybe? Goes short for Gert. It's a bit of a tough one for him. We really need Donazite to drop in here. Finds the ball. Donazite's header. Never mind. He's in the other spot. Degerfors 1, Djurgården 0, and Donazite's first goal of the season. He's been a hero this year. Pretty much the only reason I think we've even managed somewhat to win some of the games we have is because of Donazite's delivery. For some reason, he's chose to play at striker here, but I guess it allowed him to ghost in between the centre-backs. They don't expect Donazite to get a header there, and it's 1-0 to Degerfors. Should be cut out. Nope. Good. Good save again from Bellman. I hate those. Björklund. As long as people are showing for passes, this could work. Panache. Right on the side for Donazite. There's the ball through. Sasha Angelkovic makes it 2. No, he doesn't. How's he missed that? How's he missed that? Donazite can turn. Yeah, now here we go. Find Sasha. Panache. Is there a return pass? There is again. Oh, Sasha's onto it this time. Angelkovic. Good save from Petrus. Gotta be careful with him. He's so unbelievably dangerous. Probably the best striker in this league is Karim Konate. Chiliufa round the side for Karim Konate, and that is the equaliser for Djurgården. He's a very good striker, and I think there's a limited amount what you can do about him at some points, but still, 1-1 going into half-time is not bad. And I wouldn't say we look too bad in this first half. Equal on shots and shots on target. They've just had a slightly higher calibre of shots in that period. I think it's just because Donazite's goal, ironically, was the worst chance we had of the bunch. But this feels better for whatever reason. I think the defenders look more controlled in possession. The strikers as well look better. They're not on like 6.3s, considering neither of them have scored. Oh, bit of confusion in the back line there. Oh, that's such an easy goal. And there, Shakuro Omar makes it 2-1 to Djurgården. We've given them a better run than we have done a lot of teams. But remember, we lost 4-1 to these guys on the last day of last season. Panache, round the side for Enquist. He's going to have to square this, please. Or drop it back for someone, maybe. Bengtsson pulls it across. Donazite can turn. Lindell over the crossbar. Oh, there was better chances there. Can he just find a ball across here? He can, maybe. Panache! Good save from Petrus. Nice header. Going long again. Caught by Björklund. The pressure returns. Lindell. Panache again. Knocks it for Donazite. Where's the ball? Oh, such a bad pass. It's not going to mean anything because we are going to lose by 2-1 at home against Djurgården, I suspect. And referee, as Orebro pull out a late goal as well. I don't think we've actually handled ourselves too badly considering. But just tiny little things let us down in that game. But there was a few things I definitely liked in this game. I mean, Panache had his best performance since forever. Considering where we actually have to think about where we are, I don't think that's the end of the world. And I think against worse sides, I think this might be the strategy to go forward with for the rest of the season and see how we do. But it is another defeat. It's always tough when you go up against one of the very best sides in this league. And we did lose 4-1, I think, in this exact game to them last season. We are back into the relegation playoff spot again, though. At least the goal difference is on our side. But you could see how tight it is down there. If we could just get a couple of wins together, and I feel like this team is more than capable of doing that, it would really be history, I would say. And comfortably to put there's a lot worse teams in this league than we are. That's all I can say. I do wonder if it could have been an entirely different match if Angelkovic slots us 2 goals up with that big chance he had, but then ifs and buts and all that. So, next episode, there's a lot of stuff to get through. However, I suspect that there's going to be some European fixtures in there too, because, you know, what we need right now is fixture congestion. Luckily, the fixture congestion kind of dies here anyway. So we've got like huge international breaks coming up now. A long way to go. We've got the BK Häcken game on the Saturday, but after that, we get like over a month off. Maybe some friendlies in there, rebuild the squad a little bit, get everybody fresh and firing and ready to attack that second phase of the season, which is usually our worst, but you never know. Maybe we can turn it into our best. Oh, this might be the hardest episode to record of the whole series so far, but if you didn't have the downs, then the ups wouldn't be so meaningful, like, for example, last season. So if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like, that'd be lovely. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be gorgeous too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, so go follow there too. Follow on TikTok as well while you're at it, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.